on Rick at Field Farm. Today, a little drizzly and overcast. We did finish the greenhouse yesterday though, so overall it is not too bad. 15 by 17, and feels pretty roomy at the moment, but once we get some tables in here and some shelves to start the plants on, it'll fill up pretty quick. But it does seem to hold the temperature pretty well. Again, I did just order this off Amazon. It was like $100 altogether, and then I did use 4x4s on the bottom, and I used conduit clamps to attach it, so it is pretty sturdy overall. We got the cover on yesterday afternoon, and we put it on inside out, and then we had to take it off and put it on the right way. It not really the best design, I will say that. It only really has like these ties. It has 2 on each corner, and that's really all that's and then we got some right here on the uprights, but that's really all that's holding it onto. And when we first opened the door yesterday, the wind came and it actually ripped one of the ties off right off the bat. So yeah, so it's not the greatest design, I will say, but for the money we get a year or 2 out of it. You know, I think it's worth it. So we did stake it down here with some 2-foot U-posts that we had. So it came with these little, almost like tent stakes, and they would just pull right out of the ground. So it's definitely not the best kind of stakes that came with it. So it is pretty windy today, on and off, so it does seem to be holding up pretty good. We did move the raised beds down here, and I guess this is where they'll end up staying, and we'll fill them up, and that will help hold the plastic from coming up, because like I said, there's really not a lot holding it to the frame. So, and then it does have little windows, so you can let some ventilation in, which is a good idea. So, you know, on a hoop house you would roll up the sides, but this should serve what we need overall. So again, if you were thinking of getting one of these, I'm not saying it's a horrible greenhouse, I'm saying it's definitely some room for improvement, and you're going to have to make some modifications, especially if you live in a really windy area, to make sure that it stays structurally sound. And you know, I've seen some other videos of these where people have set them up, and the next day they get a really good gust of wind and it folds these things in half. So, and that's why I went with this one, because it had the better reviews as far as sturdiness, but at the same time I'm not really seeing it. So we also have a potential storm coming in Sunday of 12 to 20 inches of snow possibly, which I really hope we don't get. And I don't know how well this will hold up with that snow. So in the event that we do get it, I'm going to put in a few posts just for over the weekend, just to make sure that any heavy snow, it won't buckle this. But I'm hoping it'll just slide off, but it'll really, I think, depend on the type of snow, whether it's wet or fluffy or whatnot. So, but 20 inches of snow, that's still a lot of snow. But mixed forecast, some say maybe it'll go out, maybe it won't come this far north, maybe it'll turn to rain, but maybe it'll be 12 to 20 inches of snow too. So hopefully we don't get that, because we're really tired of snow this year. So, and then I didn't get to work on the chicken coop yesterday. This actually took more of my time than I thought it was going to. Not with the initial setup necessarily. Setting it up was pretty quick. Getting the cover on wasn't bad. It was just all the extra stuff that we did to make it more structurally sound. So that took a little while longer, but I think it will serve its purpose. I think it'll be good. Like I said, for a year or two, and we'll get a hoop house down the road. But this is what we wanted to just start. You know, I couldn't even build one for under $100, so this is why we went this route. But other than that, it is trash day, and now that all the snow has melted, really just gonna focus on cleaning up the yard today. There's you know, you get through the winter and the snow starts melting, and you see all this piles of random stuff that you want to get cleaned up. And you know, homesteading isn't always a very pretty job. You know, you have it in your mind that your garden's going to be beautiful and your barn's going to be beautiful, and it's really not normally the case. You know, it doesn't mean it can't be pretty, can't look good, but farming is dirty and always will be. So, and especially where we bought this land, you know, we didn't know the history of it or anything when we bought it. And like where this old barn used to be, they burned it down because it was structurally unsound and had been sitting here for years and years, just collapsing it in on itself. And then, you know, we started cleaning up last fall, and we found all this kind of stuff, just a bunch of old metal and stuff like that. It was just buried in the dirt and under shingles and everything else. And some of the stuff's pretty cool that we found. You know, we found a horseshoe. We found some sliding barn door rails. There's, you know, some old plumbing and stuff like that. And some of the stuff we will recycle. Like there's a piece of pipe that I saw the other day, and I'll probably, you know, recycle that into like a barn door handle. Just because I like the idea of reusing stuff, especially since it came from this property before us. And it just kind of means that history lives on a little bit, even if it's just a few pieces here and there. You know, it's really cool. And you can say, you know, that used to go into the old barn that used to be there, you know, 20 years ago. So, but yeah, so that's pretty much what we're doing today, is just cleaning up, getting rid of as much of this trash and scrap metal and stuff that we'd cleaned up in the fall. The snow kind of got on top of us pretty quick last fall before we were ready, and we couldn't get it cleaned up, and it's been sitting under a couple feet all year. So, and then later today, I think I'm going to run down to Tractor Supply. I need to get some fence panels. My wife wants to build a dog kennel, and we are pricing them, and just like a 10 by 10 kennel is like almost $300 now, and I can make it 3 times the size just using the 16-foot panels and some T-posts for probably a little bit less money. So, and we just really want to make sure that they have a lot of room to run and play, especially the younger dogs. They have a lot of energy, need to get it out, and it's good for them. So, but that's pretty much what we'll be doing today. This is day 13 of our 100-day homestead challenge, and the greenhouse is up. We are still a couple weeks away probably from starting plants. We still have some really cold nights coming. It does really dip into the 20s and 30s still, and planting season for us up here really won't be until Memorial Day weekend or the week after, because we still get frosts right through May. So we don't want to start everything too early and then get it in the ground and then have it all killed by frost, because then we're starting over and we're behind the plan. So but that's today's plan. Just clean up. The greenhouse is done. I gotta run down to Tractor Supply and get some panels and fight the urge to buy more chickens. But we'll see. and then hopefully I'll get back to the coop today. I know we got a lot of rain coming tomorrow, so I'm not sure what we'll be working on tomorrow, but we'll go from there. So thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do, and we'll see you tomorrow, and we'll figure out what we're working on then. So thank you again. Have a good day.